Kevin Shaw, and you're watching the Watercraft Journal.
For 2020, Sea-Doo looked to redesign its recreation segment from the ground up, beginning with a blank canvas from which to start from. Certainly there were things that needed to be included, specifically innovations that first hit the scene on the ST3 platform 2 years earlier. While increased stability integrating the versatile Link storage system and Sea-Doo's industry-leading Ergolock seating design were all high on the list, research showed that increased storage was first in demand. With all of this in mind, the entirely new GTI platform was designed from square one that would meet the needs for all different models, and at the top of that list was the supercharged GTR 230. A quick way to pick up performance is to cut weight, and Sea-Doo eliminated between 30 to 40 pounds across 6 models by making the switch to a second generation Polytech hull. Durable, repairable, and completely removable, the new hull material surprised many at the 2020 reveal in Las Vegas this past August. Next came the all-new power plant, a 1630 Ace. Replacing the outgoing 1500 Ace, the new 3-cylinder produces the same 230 horsepower, but does so without having to work so hard, thanks to its larger displacement and superior efficiency. An updated version of IBR, Sea-Doo's intelligent brake and reverse system, is super responsive and offers better maneuverability in tight spaces. Lastly, a 4.5-inch digital display is easy to read and glare resistant. Available in Eclipse Black and Neon Yellow, the 2020 GTR 230 comes in at 130.6 inches long, making the new GTR surprisingly 2 inches shorter than the previous year's model that came in at 132.6 inches long. It's also nearly an inch taller, and is 49.2 inches wide versus the previous 48.5 inches. But fear not, the GTR 230's dry weight of 774 pounds makes it a whole 33 pounds lighter than the previous GTR's 807. And for you all-day riders, you'll be happy to hear that the GTR swells to 42.5 gallons of storage, increasing by 30% over the previous 30.8 gallons. A large portion of that is gained in the massive glove box, which includes the same padded and watertight phone box found in the full-size ST3 runabouts. Although not standard equipment, the same 100-watt BRP premium sound system has now been repackaged to fit all GTI and GTR models, just as they do for the full-size machines. The thumb pads, too, are direct carryovers from the ST3s, providing easy-to-navigate controls to adjust dashboard settings, brightness, and selecting the eye-control engine tunes, including the innovative Slow Mode. Slow Mode acts as a sort of no-wake zone setting, letting the rider toggle up and down between 1 mile per hour to 9, all without having to squeeze the throttle trigger. Slow Mode also lets you set a maximum top speed, which is great for riders who aren't as accustomed to a supercharged Sea-Doo as you might be. And of course, Eco and Sport Mode are just 2 clicks away. Simply press the Mode button on the left to select Sport Mode and hold it down for a second to confirm your selection, and wham, off you go. Small details abound in the GTR 230, including the redesigned nose guard that includes integrated grips to make pulling your Sea-Doo up onto the beach all the more easier. Molded in loops near the steering neck also make tying up to the dock a cinch, and a hard-mounted tow eye at the rear is perfect for towing a raft. And if you're looking to use your GTR for tow sports, all of Sea-Doo's redesigned recreation segment watercraft include its complete Link mounting system, including the port for the Link retractable ski pylon. So whether you're looking to haul extra gas with Sea-Doo's 4-gallon fuel caddy, pack a cooler full of drinks and snacks, or just tote some extra gear to the sandbar, the GTR 230 can do it with ease. This also means that, like the larger ST3-based supercharged watercraft, you can remove the back seat for true one-up riding, or use the large rear deck for sunbathing and relaxing, if that's your sort of thing. But for us, the GTR 230 was meant to do one thing: boil water. The new supercharged and intercooled 1,630cc Ace motor produces a true 230 horsepower, and does so while running on 87 octane, all thanks to its lower compression cast pistons. The larger displacement 1630 Ace over the outgoing 1500 Ace gives the 2020 GTR 230 superior initial acceleration, ratcheting up the torque curve to meet right when the boost kicks in, at around 42 miles per hour. With half of its 15.9 gallon fuel cell full, we clicked off a top speed of 63.1 miles per hour at 77 RPM, but weren't able to replicate that number again. Now, if that sounds slower than normal, you'd be right. We were told that these machines were pre-production units and were detuned by 300 RPM across the engine map. When finally ready for the public, we would see a maximum of 8,000 RPM and consequently another 2 to 3 miles per hour on the average, so don't panic, you guys. For us, what made the GTR 230 the total package was the integration of ergo lock into the driver's seat. The narrow saddle and deep footwells naturally place you up and over the handlebars, ready to snap off full-speed turns. While retaining some playfulness, the new GTR hull is nowhere near as loose as the outgoing shape. We were wowed with how naturally the Sea-Doo tracked in rough, wind-blown afternoon lake chalk. Never once did we feel the nose start to hunt or wander. The machine went simply wherever we pointed it. Sharp lifting strakes run the length of the hull, helping bring the GTR rapidly up to plane. Interestingly, the bow of the GTR's hull is convex, curving outward, instead of concave like that of the ST3. This lets the GTR roll gradually into large sweeping turns, as well as navigate through rougher water far more predictably than the larger runabouts. In fact, all of us who piloted the Watercraft over the 2 days of testing parroted the same feeling. Of course, the big surprise was how well the revised Polytech hull behaved. Given the larger size and 230 horsepower from the 1630 Ace engine, we expected to find the hull wrought with all sorts of unusual behaviors. But this simply was not the case. Any flex in the Polytech hull was almost entirely undetectable. No unusual signs, reverberations, or rattling was heard either. This is due in large part to the second generation Polytech's use of fiberglass stringers that run the length of the inside of the hull, as well as Sea-Doo's doubling of Polytech's overall thickness, increasing from 1/4 inch to 1/2 inch thick throughout the entire ski. This gives the GTR the much needed robustness to handle the big increase in power and torsional force that comes from throwing such a machine into the kind of turns we were executing this day. If the use of Polytech was hindering the GTR's ability to perform, we simply did not see any signs of it. With an MSRP of $12,399, the 2020 GTR 230 remains one of Sea-Doo's most competitively priced race-ready machines. It is the lowest entry in their performance segment after all. Yet, unlike other segment-dedicated runabouts, the GTR 230 is the hot rod that the whole family can enjoy, and that is saying a lot. I'm Kevin Shaw, and you've been watching the Watercraft Journal. Please make sure to check us out at www.watercraftjournal.com for articles published daily, Monday through Friday, and subscribe to this channel so you don't miss any updates and new videos. Thanks again for watching, and if you like what we do, please give this video a like and share it with your friends. We definitely need your help to get the word out.